Alright, so here today we're going to have some fun here. I hope you're ready for this video because I do want to talk about things that I hope to see in Season 2. Because I will say this, right? For what this game is, I definitely think that player base wise, this game is going to do very damn good. It's going to. Alone in this entire aspect of character releases, just know this. Whenever a character like All For One releases, regardless of what content is in the game, there's a lot of players that will come back just to play as All For One. Because theoretically, the characters are the content, right? Similar to a lot of other games, like if you were to say Overwatch. You know, in an aspect, characters are the content. That's like where you want to really play. You want to use those characters regardless of what content you're playing, whether that be, you know, again, Overwatch is separate, but in this game, whatever map it is or whatever game mode it is, that's the content. So when All For One releases, Miracle releases, things like that, the game will be very hyped. Now, I do wonder that there are other things that are needed because in Season 1, I will say, they floundered very hard when it comes to these things, and I hope to see in Season 2 that they do this. I know the game is new, and they are probably taking care of a lot of stuff, but I think that regardless of all of that, it's very poorly handled. And today, let's jump into it. Let's talk about it real quick just so you hear me out. Like it, sub up, helps out a ton. So first though, we have this image over here, so just to make sure you jog your memory so you are aware of what they are delivering already for each season. Basically, they're going to give you a season that lasts 2 months. Very simple, very easy. They're going to give you new characters per season. Now, the big fact is here, we do not know how many characters per season. It is plural here, but they've lied on other forums where it's a translation thing, where it's plural, but it's not plural, right? It's basically one character per season. Could be the case, we don't know. What I will tell you is, currently leaked, there is no character second for the second season. There's just one character, there's a launch character, and that's it. So realize now, if there is a character every 60 days, are you content with that? For me, I think the sweet spot is 30 days. I think anything less than that, anything more than that is rough. I think that 30 days is the perfect spot because again, you start the character, you test the character out for 2 weeks, boom, you like the character, you don't like the character, you still have to wait 2 weeks, you get hyped for the next character. It's a great cycle. Now, 60 days, it's gonna be rough. Also, why am I saying that 30 days is the option? It's the best idea because guess what? It takes you forever. If it's a 60-day cycle, you are never getting those characters on character tickets because it works like this. As each character releases, one character gets removed off character tickets. So, you want to wait 60 days? You like that system? Great. You want to get on character tickets? You're going to have to wait like a year. Just remember that now because you have to wait 60 days, then 60 days, then 60 days, then another 60 days, and then that first character that you wanted is finally removed of the ticket after 60, 120, 180, 240. 240 days, the character finally gets removed. You see what I mean? Very bad system. Licenses will also be renewed each season. Very simple stuff. It's going to be the monetary or the money value in the game, so they're going to need it. And it's going to keep the game alive. Roles will be updated 4 times per season. Obviously, the money-making aspects are the big part of it. 3 events are scheduled to be held per season. So out of 8 weeks of a season, 6 weeks are going to be provided to an events, which is cool. I like that. And new rules and battle systems are scheduled to be added in upcoming seasons. Simple, easy, great. Now, the thing that I want to talk about mainly is these things need to happen in the entire season because great, I like this stuff, like it's great, it's cool. I just want to say this, if Endeavor releases the same way that Aizawa releases, nobody will care for this game for the aspect of great. You cannot release a broken character because it's just going to be useless. No one wants to summon for a broken character. They still responded about Aizawa. We think that maybe he's not even bugged. Maybe that's how he's meant to be, where he works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes. That could be exactly what he is because they have not acknowledged the bug at all. If Endeavor releases the same way where he's bugged as hell, you'll know that, yeah, they cannot work on characters properly and release them properly, and they also really can't fix all the bugs. There's so many bugs in the game still till this point. It's very, very buggy. It's very broken, and the game has been out for a decent amount of time. Now, my hope in Season 2 to get like everything on track and fix it that way. I do think that that could very much happen, but again, we don't simply know. Now, beyond that aspect, let's say bugs aren't an issue, right? Let's just say that, okay? Which they very much are. Twitter is still asking constantly, like, hey, you're aware that Aizawa's buggy as hell, right? And no response. So just let's put that aside. I really hope for Season 2, they buff the ranking system and fix the ranking system, correct? So first, you know the ranking system where they give you rewards? They're dog crap. Fix them. I'm playing 60 days for a crap ton of time and a crap ton of ranking and a crap ton of whatever for like barely a multi. And that's if I... not even a multi, I think it's less than multi, right? For ranking. Just know that now. That is a dog crap system. Oh my god, I'm talking about the ranked rewards for the ranked system. So keep that in mind. Like, I get 2 skins. I'm happy with the skins. Great skins. But the summons, I'm getting like 5 pulls, 7 pulls, things like that. Dog crap. Dog crap. They have to buff that. Now, the system itself for point distribution is dog crap also. I'm hoping that they kind of contemplate that and be like, yeah, you know what? We definitely messed up here. Support characters get like bits and pieces. Like they get scraps. And like the DPS characters are having full gourmet meals. So when I say supports are getting scraps, I really mean that. Like Cementos players are dying, compressed players are crying, Osprey players are thriving. It's very awkward, right? I'm just kidding, but no. Osprey does do decent damage for the most part, and she has a res on her kit. She's pretty strong, but for most of the DPS characters, they're really doing good. For a character like Kendo, who really is mainly prioritizing her shield and whatnot, that is why Kendo literally has no players on her other than the niche players that are on there, right? Because she just doesn't level up. So simply, let's ignore the fact that people think that she's bad. She doesn't level up, which hurts. Kendo players really want to level up too. It's not fair that, oh, the DPS character can level up because Kendo played and didn't do anything because that shield doesn't count for anything, correct? That ranking system needs to be fixed. They then need to also fix the aspect of, again, on top of the point system, the downing system and what that counts for KOs and how KOs are measured. Mainly it should be if you, down the person and then kill the person, you get the kill, correct? Not that if you finish off a down person, you get nothing because you didn't do anything. It should be that if you down the person and kill the person, you get the kill. That should be how it kind of goes. So realize that also depends on how they want to handle that aspect of it, but that's there on top of everything. And I also hope beyond everything, this is like a small little request that I'm hoping this does get answered, but I don't think so. I'm hoping that they actually take care of handling better skins. Whatever they release, it's not bad. I definitely think that some of the skins are just very tacky and very kind of weird. In the beta, I'm telling you, every skin was good. You had Suited Up Dobby, you had the fantasy sets, the parallel world stuff, which was beautiful. You had the Mount Lady version, which was outstanding. Froppy's versions, which were outstanding. Compress, Cementos, you had so many good versions in the beta, and when it came to launch, I definitely think that the costumes weren't the best in comparison. I do hope that they kind of step it up a notch when it comes to the costumes and cosmetics aspect, and release some of the better ones. Again, what we're currently getting, like the undefeated set, which was very bare bones, and some of the other sets, which were just like, color changes in a way. I hope they do better on that aspect of it, and I do hope that if we hit 10 million downloads in the game, we don't get 10,000 gold, we get maybe a summon or two, just one or two, just to make it better than 10,000 gold. You know what I mean? And then I know I'm just complaining at this point, but I do hope that when they launch Endeavor, they at least market him, because Aizawa literally had no marketing. Like the day prior to releasing Aizawa, they're like, Aizawa's coming to the game. Be ready. And that's it. We were like, what the fudge? Release a trailer. Give us something. Give us some hype up, man. Season 2, I just hope that they do some marketing for it and hype it up. Like, look at Fortnite. You seen how much hype they gave the OG season? They did marketing after marketing, week of teasers and everything. I just hope that when it comes to Season 2, they market it, they hype it up, they do some cool teasers and stuff, and get the community talking, I hope that that's the case. But again, these are all the personal things that I hope that they take care of. Bugs being a main factor, handling the aspect of point system, ranking system, taking care of some of the summon system if possible, gacha system. There's a lot of stuff that they can definitely tinker with and fix and make much better. They gave us a survey and players gave their opinions, so I'm curious if they listen to any of those opinions, because they kind of need to. It's a lot of aspects of this game that definitely need help here. But on the content wise, let me know what you think. Is the game perfectly fine at where we're at, or is more needed? All right, I'm curious. So at this point in time, I do want to say that the game is still fun to me. I'm still having a great time. I don't think that I've got burnt out yet, but I do see that if it's like every 60 days, all you get is one character, no LTMs, no like revised systems and fun stuff, buffs, nerfs, stuff like that, I do see the game getting dry after a decent amount of time. But every game kind of has that life cycle. It's sad to say, but it does. So with that being said, hopefully we see what they do, but I think they can cook up here. It's a great game, great base. They can do it, potentially.